There's no sound. Testing. Testing. Okay. There we go. Testing. Okay. Sorry, Christ. All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Yahweh, Yahshua, Barakatham to the brothers, Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Alatah, Ba'ashem, Yahushai to the sisters. We at the Isupk Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. Right. We teach that all so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. We are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and Esau, or as you know him as a so-called white man or European, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. All right, so today, as you already know, Sabbath service, we're going to be reading out of the book of Numbers. It's close, okay. The book of Numbers, chapter 32, verse 40 to chapter 33, verse 46, 49 verses in the Hebrew. We go 7 by 7. Priest and Officer Abad Ya'ala will be reading in the Hebrew, and then we're having a brother reading in the English, all right? So if you haven't already like, share, and subscribe, please go ahead and do that. And of course, participation is always encouraged. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, by all means, feel free to put it in the chat. Right. All right, with that being said, you got anything about before we continue?
Good. Make sure y'all tune into the Friday night Lashon Kodash class.
Damn right.
That class is absolutely imperative to you understanding the Sabbath service. Why? Because we read in the Hebrew. As a native tongue, as a so-called Black, Native, Hispanic, Hebrew Israelite, according to the Bible. Make sure y'all tune into Officer coming out saying Friday night Lashon Kodash class. Learn some Hebrew.
Most High in Christ. All right, with that being said, all right, so Majim, just me and the brother here. All right. Before we begin with the prayers, all right, Trooper Shakat, state your registry.
Trooper Shakat, Bon God, Bon Yahshua.
Trooper Shakat, Bon God, Bon Yahshua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Sorry, it's me. No, you had it right. Oh, that one. Take this one. Yep. Sorry. Hold up.
Yahshua.
Sorry, face me. Sorry. Oh, did you? Oh. Sorry, face me. Got it. Sorry, face me. That's all you got about you.
I might get walking Yahushua. It's a rise, stand, face east. We're going to go to prayers in Hebrew and English. Beginning with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, I now. Shabbat Shemayim, God, Ayah, Shaka, Yahweh, Zaka, Ayah, Aisha, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamai, Villanau, Lacan, Call, one, Salakno, Shina, my young, right, the cup,
Now in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Amen.
Amen. This is the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Lots of hard. How much is right?
Hakak, which is the power in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
Blessed is written in Hebrew, Yahweh,
Bashem Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Bashala, Bahabaya, Sapari, Barak, Bashem Yahushai, Tawada, Amun. What we just said was Lord, in the name of Yahushai. Bless us and Israel and the school in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew,
Asha'ah, Yenya, Aryam, Yan, Toya, Howard, Ashah, Shamayama, Dun, Watts, Gawka, Ayan, Marka, Anala, One, Yashun, Shamar, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes upon the hills. Select. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall not slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
All 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, all the Mialakab,
All the Mialakab,
all the Karash,
all the Karash,
all the Squat, all Kayana,
Yemika, Yama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Laimaka, Yamwa, Sabbath, Waita, Mara, Kakidam, Goya, Yaskar, Sunyashala, Awda, Kaya, Nawatizwa, Ba, Kama, Ayaka, Marya, Rathma, Hoya, Wab, Shamai, Alayam, Gorian, Ball, Wab, Shah, Shavia, War, War, Wat, Salah, Ashab, Baham, Madya, Asaya, Yabian, Nicole, Shamabak, Yan, Ra, Iowa, the Mun, the Mak, Shaitama, Nada, Nawa, Gazabah, Zomara, Kona Siakamwa, Shaw, Moro, Shah, Wa, Nawa, Hayam, Haya, Shaitama, Gogol, Wash, Punya, Lapa, Ash, Ira, Kalaba, Alaa,
Arium,
Arium,
Kun,
Kun,
Dardama,
Dardama,
Cyrus,
Basa,
Pafka,
Pafka,
Ba'alum,
Ba'alum,
Balaa,
Balaa,
Panyahum,
Panyahum,
Palawan,
Palawan, Quashma, Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashwa,
Bashwa,
Mahoa,
Yai,
Kaparwa,
Badwa, Wadawa, Shimka, Yahweh, Baka, Aliwan, Alcohol, I rock is Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be still.
O God.
O God.
For lo,
thine
enemies,
enemies,
make atonement.
make atonement.
And they that hate thee,
They that hate thee,
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken counsel
against thy people.
against thy people,
And consulted
and consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thy enemies.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation
from being a nation.
in the name of Israel.
In the name of Israel.
And we no more remembrance.
No more remember.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee.
are confederate against
The tabernacles of Edom
tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab,
Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and
and
Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
The sword also was joined with them.
Sure, also with
Therefore, the children of Lot,
they have told the children of Lot,
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as to the Midianites,
as to the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook Kison,
as the brook of Esau,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at the door.
They became as dung for the earth.
They have done for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make it known like a red,
and like Zaid.
and like Zaid.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as a Ba,
as the body,
and as a Buna,
and as the moon,
who said,
who said,
let us take to
let us
ourselves
take to ourselves
the houses of God
the house of God
and possession.
in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a will,
make them like a wheel,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the sun before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burns the wood,
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
and as flames to the mountain of fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy sword.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their face with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may see thy name.
O Lord,
O Lord,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled
and in trouble
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that they may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
are the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth. This is the blessings in the Hebrew, Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Shai,
Wa Yahweh,
Wama Yaka'ala,
Wama Yaka'ala,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Azabi'ah,
Azag,
Alawak Yohana,
Alawak Yohana,
Alawak
Alawakim, Hasabranyan, Hapazayonim, Hapazayonim, Wa Akwakim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, the water, Aman. The blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, Commander General Yohana, the generals, the captains, officers, troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry, face me. You may be seated. Okay. Use mine. All right. All right, let's clap it up. Clap it up for the Most High. All right, so anybody who just now might be tuning in, again, we are going to be reading from the book of Numbers, chapter 32, verse 40, to the book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 46. Priest and Officer Ibad Ya'ala will be reading in the Hebrew, and our brother here will be reading in the English, and we'll give the verses a breakdown. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, by all means, again, feel free to put it in the chat. Participation is always encouraged.
Oh God, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 32, verse 40 in Hebrew. Wayathan, Masha'at, Ala Agad, Lamayakar, Bun Manashah, Wayashab, like Bahab, verse 41. Waya Ayar, Bun Manashah, Alaka, Waya Lakad, Kayatayahum, Waya Para'ah, Athanah, Athahun, Ka'awah, Ya'ayar, verse 42, Wanabak, Alaka, Waya Lakah, like Waya Lakad, Af Kwanata, Wa'af, Banafya, Waya Para'ah, Hala'ah, Nabach, Nabaka, Bashamawa, This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Allah Maya, like a Masta Ayah, Banya Yashra Allah, Ashar, Wataza Awa, Ma'arataza, Mataza Ryan, La'ataza Batham, Bayad, like Bayad, Masha, Aran, verse 2, Wayakata, Masha'af, Mataza, like Mawataza Aham, Lamasa Ayam, like Lamasa Ayam, Al Paya, Yahweh Allah. Wa'alaha, Masa Ayam, Lamataza Wa'am, Waya Sa'iwa, Mara Imas, Sa, Akadash, Wa'a, like a Hara'ash, like a Ha'arashwan, Bakamash, Ashar, Wayama, Lakadash, Wa'a, like a Wara, Hara'ashwan, Mama Karaf, Hapa Sah, Wataza Awa, Banya Yasha'ala, Bayad, Ramaha, like a Ramah, La'ayanaya, Call, Mataza Ryan, verse 4.
You started at 40, so
44, verse
5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. No, 4. You got it, yeah.
Wamataza Ryan, Mapwa Varayam, Ashakar, Aka, Yahweh, Bahama, Kala, Bakawar, Waba Alahaya Hama, like Waba Alahaya Ma, Asha Yahweh, Shapath Yam.
Son of Christ. So you'll read in the English shop. So you'll go book of Numbers chapter 32, start at verse 40, and go to 33 and 4 in the English.
33 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, one time. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 32, verse 40.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses gave Gilead unto Machir, the son of Manasseh, and he dwelt therein. Verse 41. And Jair, the son of Manasseh, went and took the small towns thereof and called them Havoth Jair. And Naboth went and took Kenath and the villages thereof and called it Nobah after his own name. Chapter 33, verse 1. These are the journeys of the children of Israel, which went forth out of the land of Egypt with their armies under the hand of Moses and Aaron. Verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses wrote their goings out according to their journeys by the commandments of the Lord. And these are their journeys according to their goings out, until their goings out.
Mm-hmm.
And they departed from Ramses in the first month, on the 15th day of the first month, on the morrow after the Passover. The children of Israel went out with an high hand in the sight of all of the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. For the Egyptians buried all their firstborns, which the Lord had smitten among them, upon their gods. Also, the Lord executed judgment.
Okay, so just a quick recap, real quick, right? All right, so from Numbers 33, 1 through 4, obviously we already went through Exodus. I'm pretty sure everybody is familiar up to this point of what happened in Egypt. You know, we were brought up out of Egypt. Exodus is to exit, right? We were brought up out of Egypt because the Most High sent who? Moses and Aaron and their sister, by the way, to come down and come get us up out of captivity. And, you know, it wasn't just a smooth process. You know, it was a journey. It was a long, hard journey, lost a lot of people along the way, but we had to get up out of that captivity, right? The significance of why this is being brought up again is to really showcase what happens when you have faith in the Most High, right? This is what happens when you have faith. And again, you can't just have faith, because what? Faith without works is what? Dead. Most High in Christ, right? So you need to work on these things, all right? The reason why I want to emphasize this is because there's a lot of false religions out there, right? That sadly a lot of our people follow. You know, we already know about Christianity, you know, Egyptology, the Muslims. You know, there's still a lot of Muslims out there. These are all people who don't like you, right? But you're trying to integrate yourself into their communities. But the thing is, though, has Muslim religion ever helped the Black community? Like, no, like really ask yourself that. Have Muslims, the Muslim religion, the practices, the culture, has that ever benefited the Black community? Has it even had an impact on the Hispanic community? Catholicism. What has that done for the Hispanic community other than enforce the caste system that was instilled onto them from the Spaniards, right? If y'all don't remember, the racism worked a little differently in Central and South America than it did in North America. Out here, it's more so you're either black or you're white. Right? That's pretty straightforward, right? They don't care what skin tone you are. You could be light skin, brown skin, dark skin. They don't care. If you is nigga, you is nigga. That's how they look at you, right? Out there, it was a little different. When the Spaniards came over, yes, there were black slaves, there were indigenous slaves, but their mindset was, okay, how about we just spread our seed all throughout them and mix in, right? That's why you typically, when you think of like a Hispanic or a Latino person, right, genetically they're mixed, right? But that's because the Spaniards mixed in with them. It was a caste system to have, again, is a social hierarchy. Black was supposed to be at the bottom. If you were like, in their eyes, pure black, you're at the bottom. You're a slave. You're nothing, right? Right? Not even, I can't even really say above that. Damn near same. If you are a pure indigenous person, meaning you have no Spaniard mixing you with whatsoever, you're pretty much at the bottom too. You're a savage, all this stuff, right? Then you have terms like mulatto, which you've probably heard up here in North America every once in a while. That's like a mixed black-white person. You have mestizo, and they have all these other terminologies, right? Long story short, the whiter or more European you look in Central and South America, the better off you were. That's why you have like these programs like Telemundo and stuff like that. A lot of times, who do they put in there? They put like the white-looking Hispanics. Right. But a lot of them are probably really Edomites. They're probably really Spaniards, but that's who they put in there. They're not going to put the darker skin or the tan, Central and South Americans. And when they do, you want to know what they usually paint them as? The villain. They're a criminal. Right. They're a gangster. They're a thug. That's usually what it is. That's not by accident. That is a social hierarchy and systemic racism that was implemented within these societies, right? So we got to remember stuff like this, all right? It's significant to remember these things because we need to remember what happens when we follow the Most High. Everything, the transatlantic slave trade, the Trail of Tears, chattel slavery, all the horrific things that you have read in society that was done to so-called Black and Hispanic people is because we went away from the Most High. And once we didn't have that protection anymore, well, what's a sheep with no shepherd? Right. You free for the wolves at that point. Let me tell you something. These heathens, y'all really got to stop loving them. I ain't gonna be too long-winded, but you really got to stop loving them because I know a lot of y'all still try to find the good in them. Stop. Because the second they can get a leg up on you, they will. I mean, look at society. Look at what it is. Why do you think so many, when I say immigrants, I'm talking about just any immigrant, right? With the Indians, the Africans, anybody, when they come into America, isn't it odd that every other culture has some type of racial or derogatory outlook or term directed towards Black people? Like, have y'all ever thought about that? Like every other race of people, ethnic group, whatever you want to call it, all over the world has some type of derogatory term for Black people. They'll come over here, they'll be dirt freaking poorer than you, and somehow they have the audacity to look down on you. Why is that though? It's because they view you as less. Even though you might have more money, you might live in a better neighborhood than them, they still view you as less. And the only time they want to align themselves with you is to pretty much get a leg up on you. The Asian community, they racist as hell. Right. They racist against other Asians. They had like this thing I've seen, it's called like a Wasian meetup. If you don't know what a Wasian is, it's a white Asian person. Because a lot of Asians want to be white, which is crazy because they got bombed. The Vietnamese, I read up on some of the things that was done to them. There are still veterans alive to this day who suffer from PTSD because of the things that they have done and witnessed in Vietnam. I want you to know that. I ain't gonna speak on that too much, but those people still want to be white. Just think about that. The people that were, bombed, tarred and feathered, like a lot of stuff. But my point is, they want to be white. They're looking at Esau as the power figure in the planet. We have morals and values. They don't give a damn about no morals and values. No, they want power. If that means they got to get up over you to get to that power, they will do it. And they've done it every single time. So we got to remember these accounts like, hey, we got up out of Exodus. We got up out of captivity by having faith in the Most High and having unity with our people. Think about it. All the people who didn't have unity with their people, who were brought up out of Exodus, what happened to them? What happened? Nobody knows? The people who lacked faith being brought up out of Exodus. Okay, I'll paint a picture for you. The brother with his followers who conspired against Moses and Aaron because they didn't want them to be in authority. What happened to them? Go ahead.
That was Corbin.
Okay. Yeah, swallowed up by the Most High. Can I slap it up from real quick? Absolutely, they got swallowed up by the earth. They died. They didn't make it because they chose to go against their people. Hence, pretty much everybody else. Think about it. Anybody in the Bible who chose to go against their people, you go against your people, you go against God. I want you to understand that.
Right.
But what happens to them? It's always something bad. There are so many accounts in the Bible of every single time we choose to go against our people, something bad happens. Every single time. We already know about Solomon. Everybody knows about Solomon. You know, heathen wise, we already know about that. We know about Samson. Chose to sleep with a Philistinian prostitute. He died. He took him with him, but he died. Okay. There was, I forgot his name. He was a king. He was the one that was married to Jezebel. She was actually a Hamite, by the way. She wasn't even the water. He was married. He went against his people. He didn't give a damn. He was willing, like, it's sad, but we actually have more bad examples of kings in the Bible than we have good. That's why, like, we talk about the same ones over and over again, because the best examples of kings, Thawada, that's what it's Ahab. He was a brother, but he didn't give a damn about us. He was willing to kill. He had anybody that was not with him. When I say this, I'm not saying they would be an unbrotherly to him. I mean, like, he was an evil, wicked bastard who was willing to get up over his own people. And there were people who had, you know, some morals and standards, and they didn't side with him. They said, what you're doing is terrible. You want to know what he did? He had them killed. He had a hit list. That's what he did. And he was sleeping with a Hamite, who really, she's the one that really ran the relationship. She was the one that was orchestrating it behind the back. That's why you hear that term Jezebel. Or she had a Jezebel spirit. That is not a compliment, sis. That's not even a sister. That's a Hamite. You being compared to a heathen woman.
Right.
Just putting that out there. But it's important to remember this stuff. Slakia. You got anything about?
Come on, Con, if I could, just touch on that racial hierarchy that the white man set up. For all you brothers that still have that mindset that the lighter, the better, you're falling in victim to the white man system.
Absolutely.
And not to sound like one of them hippie, free-minded people with all races and social construct, but it is. It's been constructed by your oppressor to pit you against each other. And guess what? It's working. It's been working in America for the past 450 years. As soon as we got out of slavery, guess what? That was implemented into us because it was beaten into us into slavery. So now you see a light-skinned brother compared to a dark-skinned brother. You look at that light-skinned brother like he is a white man. You treat him better because you have respect as a person. And it's false. It's not even like, you know, first of all, respect that person is a sin in general. But to treat your brother like because he looks differently, like you know how dumb that is? You know how simple-minded that is to treat someone differently just because they look different than you? We don't hate the white man because he's the color of his skin.
Mm-hmm.
That's could be further from the truth. We don't hate the color of your skin. We hate the content of your spirit.
Damn right.
We hate what you do. We hate the example that you set for the people with the same skin tone as you. That's why we say the white man is a devil that the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
Not because he's white, because he has been a cancer in this earth. So that for you brothers that think that that the lighter the better and the darker, you know, stay away from them, you need to fall away from that because that's absolutely American. That is an American thing. That is a white man thing, and it's not of God. Colorism is not of the Lord. So brothers need to fight that. I remember we used to bring that all the time. Sorry, that colorism. Brothers still fight that colorism to this day. In 2026, this brother's still fighting colorism. Brother, you know how long colorism was implemented into our nation? It was so long ago. It was during slave times. Man, let that go. It don't matter what the color of your skin is. It doesn't matter what your father is. Your father comes from one of them tribes on that chart, that's your brother, no matter what color his skin is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
No, absolutely. Before we continue, I'm glad you touched on that, because that really is a social hierarchy that it's true. It was implemented by the so-called white man.
Right.
That colorism is just a dressed up term for racism. It's
Right,
I'm gonna call
right.
it inter-racism, because colorism thrives within the community, if that makes sense. Like, think about it. Y'all, let's be real. We've all heard the stereotypes. I've heard it growing up. Your mom, your dad probably heard it growing up. And yes, sadly, in the big 2026, you still have to deal with stuff like this.
Right.
I know the ones that I used to hear and still kind of hear the most. Dark skin is tied to masculinity, right? Now you probably wonder, well, that's a bad thing. Well, sometimes it can be a bad thing, because you want to know what they tie that to? They tie that to sisters. Why do you think dark-skinned black women always get ostracized the most?
Right.
Or there's those little microaggressions all the time. It's believed, oh no, you got to look lighter. That's why, for some of y'all who don't know, like in the Caribbean and in a lot of other countries, like I'm talking about heathens as well, they have products to lighten up their skin tone, because they believe that, oh, if I look like this, then I'll be beautiful, I'll be pretty. Sis, you don't have to do that, right? But I understand why you think that, because again, that is a social hierarchy that has been out since the late 1400s. They've been implemented that, and vice versa. Lighter skin is tied, so they say, to femininity. Again, well, what some of y'all might, well, what do you mean by that? Let me ask y'all something. How many of y'all have known a light-skinned brother who was tried because they view him as soft? I've seen it. I'm being real, because they think that, oh, well, he not a dark skin, he not a real nigga. Trust me. I've seen it in the hood. I've seen it in the suburbs. They do that all the time. Right. Now the brother has to fight for the right to be black. Mind you, he black. He just like you. Just like the only difference, like we still would have been slaves back then. The only difference is he might have been in the house. Maybe he's still a slave. Right. There was inhumane things going on in that household. He just had AC. That's all, and not even that. He's still gonna get beat. Still gonna get salakia. Still gonna get molested. Right. Still gonna be treated like absolute crap. Don't let the white man's daughter have any attraction to you. He's gonna kill you in front of everybody, because this is what happens. But you think that you're different. You're gonna be prejudiced against your own brother because he looked different. Mind you, we've always looked different. Like even before slavery, we always came in different shades and stuff before all that. But now you can't love your brother. You can't love your sister because that. Your priest outside about y'all is 100% correct. If you still follow that way of thinking, you are perpetuating the stereotypes that were implemented on your ancestors by their slave master. Right. That's just facts. Salaki. That's all I got.
If I could.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The fact that we had to bring this out, and people say, oh, I wasn't there during slavery, so I can't get with y'all because I wasn't a slave. You sure you wasn't a slave? You follow Christianity. Mm-hmm. You follow colorism. You love white people like they're gods. You sure you're not a slave? You sure, you know what I'm saying? You sure you don't follow the same, same system that was going on back then? Only difference is that they don't have whips in their hands. They're not on horses. They got badges and they're walking around the warehouse. You know what I'm saying? And then they tell you they the boss, they the CEO. Mm-hmm. Them slave masters, man. For y'all to think that we're not in slavery, for you that can't come in here because you wasn't a slave, brother, yeah, you wasn't. You are a slave.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You're currently a slave right now. That's why you don't think you're a slave. Because you're a slave right now. You think slaves was thinking about how they were slaves all the time? It was thinking about getting that quota. You know what I'm saying? Or they was thinking about picking that tobacco or picking that cotton. Mm-hmm. You worry about where the next check gonna come from. You worry about how you're gonna feed your kids. You're not worried about being in captivity because captivity is so heavy on you. You've been living through the entire time. Mm-hmm. As soon as they let you out of slavery, guess what they do? Start sharecropping. Sharecropping looked just like slavery. Yeah. It was slavery. You know what I'm saying? Anything because they give you minimum wage and some benefits, you're not a slave no more. Man, grow up. Wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. Nah, that's heavy. No, you're absolutely correct. Nothing changed.
Right.
It's just, the difference is now, like I've heard this a long time ago, real quick. The best type of slave is a happy slave. That's the best type of slave because he's not gonna leave. Perfect example of that was Django, Samuel L. Jackson. He played the head house nigga. Head house nigga is the worst.
Who is that nigga up there on that ass?
Yes. Yes. Godly. He over here having counsel with Leonardo DiCaprio in there, like, hey, You know, he know her. He know her from somewhere. They're like he's snitching because in his mind he is happy. This is his life. Massa gave me crumbs. You've been used to crumbs your whole life. You think it's the full meal. That's so you can't even comprehend what the full meal is. You okay with, you know, when Trump gave you like some stimulus checks real quick. You were so happy. Yeah, Trump. Oh wow. You know, he gave you a little $1,600 that you had to go pay bills with. Money that they're still taking away from you, mind you. But that was good enough. And that's the problem. It's slavery. The concept of slavery has been so normalized that a lot of you don't know anything else. You think that this is normal. This is not normal. Salakia, that's all I got. We continue.
The next thing
Colin. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 to 11.
Okay. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 5 in the Hebrew. Waya Sa'aiwa, Banyaya Sha'ala, Mara I Masas. Waya, it's like a Waya Kanawa, Mashakaf. Waya Sa'aiwa, Mashaka. Waya, it's like Waya Kanawa, Ba'atham, Ashar, Bakwataza. It's like a Bakwataza, Hamadabar, verse 7. Waya Sa'aiwa, Ma'atham, Waya Shabbat, Isle. Payaha Kayarath, Ashar Isle, Panya Baal, like Baal Tazapawan, Waya, it's like a Waya kind of Lapanya Magadal, verse 8, Waya Sa'i Mapanya Hakarath, Waya Ira Bawa, Hamadabar, Waya Lakawa, Darakash, Salashath, Yamayam, Bamadabar, Thumb, Waya Kanawa, Ba'amara, it's like a Bamaraha, it's like Bamaraha, verse 9, Waya Sa'iwa, Mamara, Waya, it's like Waya Ba'awa, Ayalama, Waya, it's like a Waba, Ayalam, Shatayam, Aishara, Aishabra, Ayanath, Mayama, Shabayam, it's like a Washabayam, Damarayama, Waka, it's like a Waya Kanawa, Shama, and Waya Ta'aywa, Ma'ayalam, Waya Kanawa, Ayal Aima, Sawab, verse 11, Waya Sa'iwa, Mayamam, it's like Sawab, Wanda, it's like a Waya Kanawa, Amadabar, Sayan, verse 12, last verse, Waya Sa'iwa.
Stop at 11.
Oh, like verse 11.
Yeah, it's well. All right. So you can go ahead and read in the English. 5 to 11.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And the children of Israel removed from Ramses and pitched in Socal. Verse 6. And they departed from Socal and pitched in Etham, which is the edge of the wilderness. Verse 7. And they removed from Etham and turned again unto Harah, which is before Baal Zephon. And they pitched before Megadol. Verse 8. And they departed from before Pi-Harath and passed through the midst of the sea into the wilderness and went 3 days' journey in the wilderness of Etham, and pitched in Moriah. Verse 9. And they removed from Moriah and came unto Elim. And in Elim were 12 fountains of water and 70 palm trees, and they pitched there. Verse 10, and they removed from Elim and encamped by the Red Sea. And they removed from the Red Sea and encamped in the wilderness of Sin.
Okay, so you stop right there. So before we continue, all right, so this is like a recap of Exodus. These are the routes that we had to take to get up out of Egypt, right? So for a while, these verses are going to cover pretty much the routes that we've taken. Before we get to that, though, there was something I wanted to touch on that I forgot about when we were speaking earlier. It's verse 4, right? Could you read verse 4 one more time?
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
For the Egyptians buried all their firstborn,
mm-hmm.
which the Lord had smitten among them. Upon their gods also Lord executed judgments.
Okay, so real quick recap. Why did the Lord smite the firstborns of the Egyptians? Why did he do it? Remember, the Lord does everything for a reason. Why did he specifically smite the firstborn of the Egyptians? I'll give you a hint. What was going to be done to us at that time when we were in captivity in Egypt? Go ahead.
Was that when it was going to kill all the male children?
Damn right. Clap it up. Yes, that's why. Y'all ever heard that term, an eye for an eye? Here's the thing that a lot of so-called blacks and Hispanics have to understand. There's a reason why I brought up, I'm paraphrasing, faith without works is dead. You know how many times I go on social media and it'll be like some horrific thing that's happening, right? I still, I don't know if y'all been paying attention. Police brutality did not go away.
Right.
I literally just watched a video. It was, two brothers, I guess they were high schoolers, by the way. They got into a fight, and then this woman came by. She's a police officer. They detained him, right? They detained him. But then as he's already on the ground, he's already handcuffed, she starts punching him in the head, like continuously keeps punching him in the head as the male officer was holding him down. Mind you, he's not resisting, right? There was another one, I think, not even like a couple of weeks ago. It was a brother in New York. He was at a bodega, and police officers walked in. They didn't read him his Miranda rights, of course. He just looked like the suspect that they were looking for. They beat the crap out of him to the point where I think they like injured his neck, and I think he had to wear a cast. Thankfully, the brother did not pass away. And it turns out that that brother wasn't even the person that they were looking for. He's suing right now, and I hope he wins. My point being is these things still happen, right? But when I see these things happen, right, you want to know what I see a lot of our brothers and sisters say underneath the comments? Jesus is with him. Oh, I'm going to pray for him. I'm going to do this. Mind you, all y'all sinners. And I know that might sound harsh. You're probably like, why are you saying that? The Lord does not help sinners.
Right.
The Lord does not hear sinners. Just because you are God's chosen people, that is not good enough. You got to act like you God's chosen people, because if you're not acting like God's chosen people, guess what the Lord is going to consider you as? A Gentile.
Right.
And you will be treated as such. You will be cast off into the wind, and whatever happens to you, happens to you. The Lord not going to be happy about it, but it's like, well, I mean, you celebrating holidays, you celebrating Halloween, you out here getting tattoos, doing drugs, being an alcoholic, you're just a straight sinner, right? You think you're a decent person. The Lord is looking at you like you're disgusting. So guess what? You're not going to get that protection. Now, that's not to say like that the brothers, both of those brothers deserved what happened to them, because I don't think they did deserve it. My whole point of bringing that up is there's too many times where atrocities are committed against our community and we just stand by. We just sit there. I don't know if y'all know this, but that's actually a negative psychological pattern. Your brain, we get into neurology a little bit, right? Your brain is hardwired to help you survive. That's why some of y'all might get anxiety in certain areas or whatever, or like your heart starts beating a little fast, because it's your brain warning you, danger, danger, danger.
Right.
So let me paint a picture for you. This is a study, right? Let's say there's two people. One of those people decides to punch the other person in the face. Now you got two options, right? Let's just say that person can either defend themselves or they cannot defend themselves. Let's say they defend themselves, right? You are training your brain to say, hey, I did not like this. I'm going to defend myself. Your brain registers that, so it's not going to tolerate it. Let's say you don't do it, though. What starts to happen is that person is going to recognize that as, oh, I'm allowed to do this. This person didn't do anything. So they're going to punch you again and again and again. The more you allow for the violence to happen, allow for that violence to be done to you, the less likely you are to stand up for yourself. And then when you reach that breaking point where you want to, guess what? Your heart starts beating fast. You get anxiety. You wonder why? Because your brain has registered that this is okay. This is acceptable. Now that I'm trying to go against it, now I don't know. This is danger, 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 danger. Too many times now, I hear the saying, oh, we are not our ancestors. Sad to say, yeah, you're right. You are. Matter of fact, I'll give you one better. You're worse. Because our ancestors, I'm thinking like my grandmother, great grandmother, grandfather, stuff like that, right? This is like pre-civil rights movement. This is like Jim Crow era. We talking about like real hard segregation, right? My grandfather still got PTSD from stuff that he had to endure, right? But I think of this though, right? Who pushed for the Civil Rights Act? We did. The reason why immigrants are even allowed in America is because of Black Americans. I hope you understand that, right? So all I'm saying is our ancestors fought for something. Now you're being put in the same predicament. Mind you, your rights are being taken away from you. I hope you know that. They're trying to push, a lot of these states to be red, Republican, so that they can take your rights, Black people, or as they call you, minorities, your rights away because they don't want you to have any political power, right? We going backwards. And you want to know what a lot of y'all are doing? I'm going to pray. You ain't doing shit. Slocky, you are a bystander. You're just sitting by and letting all these horrible things happen to you. Now, the significance of what I'm speaking on is I'm not telling you, oh, yeah, you should go out there and vote. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is simply saying that you believe in God, but you don't do anything to show that you do. You respectfully, shut up. You're not doing anything. Right. Oh, I'm all for my people. Are you? What are you doing to help out your community? Because if you're selling drugs to your community, if you are having illicit sex with a whole bunch of women and leaving them to be single baby mothers, if you are whoring out yourself, sis, if you are a Christian and you're going into the Roman Catholic Church, if you're allowing for your child to be a freaking degenerate, if you're not protecting your child, and I'm gonna say something, some of y'all, I'm gonna say it. Some of y'all be bringing some very questionable men around y'all kids. Right. And it's too many times I hear of stories of things happening to these kids because you out here dating the neighborhood drug dealer. And then you know what's going on, but you're not going to sit there and protect your kids because he bring in a little bit of money and he treats you nicely. Mind you, your daughter is getting molested by this man. Your son is getting molested by this man. But, you ain't going to say nothing. And then you're going to blame them when they turn out gay. Because that's usually what ends up happening. I don't know if you know this, but statistically, 51% of people who are in the LGBT community have been sexually assaulted between the ages of 7 to like 11, I think. Or I think it's like 11 to 17, young. My point is they were touched as a learned behavior, a demon, right? And you knew, and you didn't do anything about it. But then it's like, oh, I can't believe they like this. Well, yeah, of course they like that because they were touched and you knew. All right. But you're going to be mad at the victim, but you're not going to be mad at the predator because the predator benefited you. So all I'm saying is, yes, faith without works is dead. If you're not willing to do anything for your people, respectfully get the hell up out of the way. Right. The Isupk under Commander General Yohana will be here. We're not just coming up here just to talk. Yes, right. We have our classes. Yes, we do speak. Yes, we do preach the word of the Most High. But we also have food drives. We have prison programs. We go out in the streets and help our people. We actually urge our people to go get an education and actually, do something with their lives. We protect our women. We protect our brothers. We teach camaraderie. We're trying to break all the curses and degeneracy that's been pushed onto us due to racism. That is faith with works. You got to work towards that. All right. So just keep that in mind. Don't just be that person who's sitting by like, yeah, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. So do something. Salaki, that's all I got.
If I could.
Go ahead.
One more thing that the Isupk does compared to everybody else in this world, we serve God.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? By everything that you just listed, that shows that we truly believe that there's a God in heaven, that a nigga with 200 million nigga angels are going to come and crack the sky and free all slaves. Mm-hmm. Because everything that you listed, the food drives, the clothing drives, the classes, the camp speeches, the community outreach, the prison program, all that is proof. Our faith is through our works, because faith without works is dead. Now, for all you say you believe in God and you don't do a damn thing to help your people, I don't give a damn about how much food you give out unless you're not here. It don't matter to me. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're here, unless you're not doing it under this banner, it don't matter. You say you believe in God. Do you really? You did because you were being here with us. Mm-hmm. This is the only place where you can truly believe in God. Why? This is the only place that shows it through their works.
Right.
Honestly, none of the other fake Israelite groups doing nothing that the Israelite School University Practical Knowledge does. I don't see no Christian church doing nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see none of them following the laws of God. I don't see them keeping the feast days. You know what I'm saying? Those who are all Israel are not Israel. Just because you say you love the Lord, just because you fall under the banner of one of those 12 tribes does not mean you serve God.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have an automatic seat at the kingdom. We don't have an automatic seat at the kingdom. We're trying to get one because we serve the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
We truly believe that Christ is going to come back and free us. You have to be a fool for Christ's sake. You have to say the things that no one else in this world will say. You know what I'm saying? You have to do the things that a normal man will not do. You're gonna have to leave. You're gonna have to not see your family for a couple of days. You're going to camp in a different state.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to miss a couple baseball games. You're gonna have to miss a couple ceremonies. If you really love the Lord and you truly serve Him like you say you do it within a heartbeat, without second guessing.
Nah, Isupk. I just hope y'all. I hope that message really gets through to y'all, man. Because, like we said, like just saying it ain't doing nothing. We say a lot of things. You know how many brothers, just in general. I'm not talking about like fake Israelites even. They, they in the same category. I'm talking about anybody that follows them false religions or whatever. They've been saying a whole bunch of nothing for years. Isn't it interesting that, like, I call them red pill dudes, right? The red pill dudes who push like that, what they think is like hyper masculinity or whatever. What they say? I'm a high value man. The Andrew Tates and all them. Yeah.
Growing up by the age of 12.
Yeah, it's like you saying all that stuff. First of all, you're probably gay. Let me be honest with you. That's probably what it is. But you see, like the things that they say, half the time they don't even follow that. Like, okay, I'm gonna say this dude, right? Mind you, this isn't even a brother. This motherfucker, Salakia. This dude, Salakia. This dude is Sudanese. He's Arabic. He's Arab, I think. Myron Gaines. I don't know if y'all know who that is. That Fresh and Fit podcast. I can't stand that dude. I cannot stand him because, first of all, I am infuriated that y'all even allowed for this dude to feel so comfortable to sit within the community and spew that garbage that he still does, right? But I'm gonna use him as an example, though. He's not a brother, but I will use him as an example. This dude, I didn't know who he was for a little bit. And like a few years ago, I seen like some of his stuff pop up on social media and stuff. And some of the stuff I'm kind of like, okay, like, you kind of right, I guess. But then you start paying attention to things. First of all, you say that, a woman should be this. She should cook. She should clean. She should da-da-da-da-da. A woman should cover herself up. She should do that. Mind you, you got OnlyFans models at your seats. Like, all the women that you have brought on there are promiscuous women that y'all have paid money to have sex with. Then one of them, I remember it was one, the woman straight up exposed him and said that the reason why she was there is because he found her on a sugar baby site. So I'm like, okay, so you are saying that a woman should cook, clean, be feminine, covered up, sound real good, but then you surround yourself with whores all day, every day. You paying for sex. You surround yourself with these promiscuous women, but you have the audacity to speak on marriage. Mind you, dude's never been married. Dude's never had a stable relationship. He ain't even got kids. And he pushing 40. So I'm like, who are you to be saying any of this stuff? Right. My point is, the reason why I brought him up is there's a lot of other guys that are like that. They say a lot. They say a lot of things, right? But then look at what they do. I forgot what's his name? Fugazi or whatever. You know who I'm talking about. Captain Tazariak battled him not that long ago. It wasn't really a battle. Smoked him. But my point being is he's going in on, baby mama culture. He wouldn't be with a single woman, blah, blah, blah. He's, again, perpetuating a stereotype towards particularly black women, right? Mind you, he black.
So if I could.
Go ahead.
How you not going to get with a single woman? Don't every woman you get with got to be single before you get with her? Yeah. It don't make sense. I'm sorry. He said single baby mom, or like a woman with kids, but she's single. So that's what he says, right? Right. You missing out some good food, right?
But he said what? That's what I'm saying. But then, of course, he is with a white woman. Shocker. Who was a single woman with kids. So I'm like, oh, okay. So what you're really saying is You wouldn't get with a black woman who has kids already, but it's okay. You'll get with a white woman. That's okay. You the same type of dude that says, "Oh, I don't like black women because they loud, ghetto, and ratchet," and you find some fat white chick at a trailer park, and she even worse.
And fat, ghetto, and ratchet.
Yeah, and musty. But then that's acceptable. My point is, you got to judge people by their works, man. Don't listen to them people. Oh, you shouldn't judge. Yes, the Lord does want you to judge righteously, though. All right. How can I sit here and tell you how to be a millionaire? I ain't a millionaire. What do I know? You gonna listen to me? I don't know nothing about being a millionaire, but I'm trying to tell you, you got to do this, you got to do that. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I have no credentials. So like here, that's just don't be beguiled by the word. Simply look at somebody's actions. That's all I got. So like here,
judge them by their fruits.
Water, real man. We got to stop doing that. All right. So with that being said, we'll continue. You'll start at 12. So 12 to 18 in the Hebrew. We're gonna kind of go by this a little faster because this is just pretty much gonna explain the routes that we took to get up out of Egypt at the time. Salakia.
Come on. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 12 in Hebrew. Wayasai wa bamadabar sayana wa wa'ais like wayakana wa bakwa bapa like badapa kwa verse 13, Wayasai wa madapa kwa wahakana bala like bala wash, verse 14, ma'ai like ma'ai sao like Mayasai wa mala wash wa wayakana wa bara pahayadam wa la hayaha shama mayama la ayam sagala ma la lasha watha lasha wath lasha wath, verse 15, Wayasai wa mara pahayadam Wakana wa manabar sayanaya, verse 16, Wayasayana manabar sayanaya, Wayakana wa bakwara ha verse 17, Wayasaya wa makwara ba wa hakana wa bakataza wrath, verse 18, last verse. Wayasai wa ma katazarath wakana wa barathamo maha.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 12. They took their journey out of the wilderness of Sin and encamped in Socal. Verse 13. And they departed from Socal and camped in Alush. And they removed from Alush and encamped at Rephidim, where was no water for the people to drink. And they departed from Rephidim and pitched in the wilderness of Sinai. Verse 16, Sinai, Salakia. Verse 16, and they removed from the desert of Sinai and pitched at Kabroth, verse 17, and they departed from Kabroth and encamped at Hazeroth. Verse 18, last verse, and they departed from Hazeroth and pitched in Rithma.
Now, something important I want to point out to the people. This journey from the land of Egypt to the land of Israel should have taken only about 15 days. This is a short journey. It wasn't far. You know what I'm saying? With all the wars, with all of the battles we had to go through to get there. It took us 40 years. You get what I'm saying? The journey was supposed to take about 15 days. It took 40 years. Why? Somebody tell me why. Go ahead.
They wasn't ready to go into the promised land.
Yes and no. What was making them not ready?
Their faith wasn't strong
Strong
enough.
faith.
Damn right. Yeah, real quick. Yeah. So you touching on how it took us so long to get up out of Egypt because we lack faith. Yeah, no, look, real quick. Again, look what happens when we don't have faith. When we don't have faith. Look, I want people to understand faith is not a fairy tale. You know, you have to, anybody who's believed in anything in this world, I don't care who you are, when you put in an honest effort to that goal, this might sound crazy, but a lot of times you actually achieve it. It might be a long road, but you achieve it, right? Like, perfect example. Okay, I forgot where he was. He's not one of us, but I'm just going to use him as an example. There was a man somewhere in the Middle East. I forgot what country. Long story short, poor. He had a wife that was very sick. I guess like he couldn't get over to like whatever town he needed to in time, and she passed. So sounds crazy, but what he ended up doing was he by hand like carved a path through like a mountain so that whoever else might need aid can have like safe passage through there. Mind you, it took him, I think, like 20 years to do this. 20 by hand. He didn't own a construction company. He didn't have any like, tools like how we have like drills or anything like that. He had like a chisel and a hammer, and he did it. Sound crazy, right? My point is, he had a goal that he wanted to achieve, and he did achieve it. I think that trail is still there that he built by hand. It took him years to do it, but he did it. The point being is, if you're not willing to work towards nothing, then you don't deserve it.
Right.
And I know that sounds harsh, but these are the conversations that we need to have within our community, because we still oppressed. Like you brought up earlier, like, we still slaves. We still in captivity. It's just a lot of y'all don't think you. So you think because you got money, you're free. I'll tell you something right now. You are tolerated to a certain extent. Anybody who goes against the grain, we've all seen it, plenty of celebrities that have slipped up, and it's like, you know what, I actually don't like this. And then they get their money taken away from them. Their cars get repossessed. Now all the opportunities that they would have had, they're pulling back now. They show you real quick, like, oh yeah, you think because you got a little bit of money, you could do a little something. Okay, no sweat. We're going to take that all away from you. Just like that. Now all that money don't mean nothing. And then you go right back to your scheduled program, and you go right along with being a nice little slave that they want you to be. Perfect example. I didn't watch it, but what was it? The Roast, Kevin Hart, that one. Yeah. So if y'all didn't watch it, I didn't watch it, but I've seen enough clips to know what happened. It's typical what happened. You have a black man who is rich, who is well known, and you have a whole bunch of white people who are just as rich, if not richer, going up there. And white people love to have the opportunity to crack jokes on a black person, because what is it? It's always racism. They over here making jokes about lynching him.
Bonsai.
Crazy. Oh yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. I think one of the guys that was there, I forgot his name, was a white man. He said, that's the same dude that said that Puerto Rico is an island of trash. I forgot his name though. Y'all probably could look him up. But my point is straight up racism, right? You see Kevin Hart up there just just laughing it off. Do you think he really liked it? Probably not, but he's gonna deal with it though, because he's a good slave. He's a good slave. Yeah, he's gonna sit there and tolerate all these white people clowning the hell out of him, making George Floyd jokes, hanging him from a bonsai tree is insane. But that's what they want. They want you compliant. You're a good slave. When you're not a good slave, they don't like you.
Right.
They say, "Oh, you're too woke. Oh, you're no fun. Oh, why you gotta be so serious, man? It's just a joke." It's like gaslighting you, because they want you to be comfortable with the idea of them clowning the hell out of you. That's what it is. They want you to be okay with having low self-esteem. They want you to be okay with allowing for them to feel better than you. Once you take all that away, now they hate you. Now you're the hard ER, you're all these different things. But what should that tell you though? that should let you know that yes, a lot of us are still in captivity. I don't know if y'all knew this, but you know they still picking cotton in Mississippi. I don't know if y'all know that. They still pick cotton out there. Actually, I think it's either Tennessee or Mississippi. Don't quote me, but they still had like a form of slavery over there, and I think it didn't get abolished until like 2015. I think, mind you, this is after Jim Crow. This is after segregation, after the Civil Rights Act. We in 2026. You mean to tell me that there's still like that type of slavery going on? Like slavery is still legal under the 13th Amendment. You just have to be convicted of a crime first. That's why they disproportionately police Black and Hispanic people. But they like we talking like that. Like I'm talking about with picking cotton, like in the heat, in like that type of slavery, the stuff that you see on like Sinners. Like that movie, like that type of stuff still happens. So just because you in the house now doesn't mean there ain't things still going on in the field and in the house. And we need to wake up from that illusion that, oh, you know, slavery was a long time ago. They want you to think that slavery was a long time ago. Why do you think a lot of the pictures that they show you of like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King is all in black and white? Because they want you to, because it's already been statistically proven, or sorry, psychologically proven, that if you show pictures that are in black and white, your brain is going to register that as old. Oh, that happened a long time ago. It's in black and white. We got color now. Mind you, they have pictures of them in color, but they can't show you that. You want to know why? Because then it's going to be like, oh, that was more recent. Oh, I still have grandparents that are alive today who remember the things that were happening in like the streets. My grandfather watched his friend be dragged by a car. He watched it happen. So if you think that it happened a long time ago, oh no, it did. It happened very recently and still does happen. Just recently, didn't we not hear not that long ago that it was people still getting lynched? It was still getting lynched. I remember during COVID, there was a brother that got lynched in Palmdale, California. I don't know if y'all remember that. Yeah, it was a brother that got lynched in Palmdale, California, and then they tried to rule it off as a suicide. But slavery, right? Woke. Long time ago, they want you to be defenseless. That's all it is. They want you to be a sheep with no shepherd so the wolves can still pick you off. Right. You need to understand that, yeah, we are sheep, but we're the Lord's sheep, okay? And Christ is our shepherd. And that's who we need to follow, because once we do that, guess what? Your mind changes. You think, hey, you know what? If we somewhere and it's me and the brothers out, I'm not going to sit here and be a bystander if somebody attacks Ibad. Nah, I'm jumping in the fight too. I'm not about to sit here and let him get attacked. That's crazy. But you know what everybody else do? They going, oh, that's crazy. Then they're going to post it on TikTok.
They get beat up.
Yeah. Did y'all see what happened, guys? Mind you, right there. You could have did something, but you, come on, you're an enabler. You're just as bad. Salakia. That's all I got. You got anything before we continue?
Oh, kind of touch on what we was talking about in the beginning. Faith. Another thing they like faith thing was the that, you know, that the Lord God of heaven and earth pointed over them. They had a problem with Moses and Aaron's authority. They thought Moses was taking too much for himself. They thought the priest was taking too much for himself. Mind you, the priests didn't have regular jobs. Their only job and positions in the nation of Israel was to be the priest, which is absolute honor. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that these men had the fact that even had the audacity to accuse them of taking too much for themselves, you understand the sacrifice that the priests made, that the sacrifice that they make today, the sacrifice that Moses and Aaron had to make? Mm-hmm. I don't think you understand the burden, the absolute wonderful burden, you know what I'm saying, to be a priest. They absolutely downplayed Moses' job, and they didn't give him the respect and the honor that that man deserved. But mind you, Moses was having one-on-one conversations with the Lord. One-on-one conversations with God.
It's crazy.
And he was still humbler than y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No, you right.
So for y'all to come and accuse this man, and for y'all to question his authority, it's like you absolutely deserve what happened to you. No, yeah. And I swear, I pray, brothers, do not try and question the authority of the men that are set over us in this wilderness. this is so heavy that we're reading this right now. I say this all the time because we are going to go back to where we're going to camp here. We're going to have to go here. We're going to camp here. We're going to go here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to find food for ourselves. The Lord will have to give us manna from the heavens and quail from the heavens. We're going to have to be in the wilderness again. So read and hear all the mistakes that these brothers are making so that we do not make them when we get to the wilderness. You know what I'm saying?
No, you two real quick, just to go off what you said about the sacrifice. Y'all remember Aaron died. Moses lost his brother for a mistake that he made. Moses was a brother that lived a lavish lifestyle at one point. Like Moses had money, y'all. Like think of today. Think of a brother who was born not into poverty. Like we all in poverty. This is one of them few brothers. Like he's not just in the suburbs. He's like he went to a prestigious school. Everything like he is money. Like he's like that, and he left that because he looked down and saw his people. Moses, the same dude that ended a man's life for touching a brother. You understand that, right? Like this like he could have Moses could have been like, man, that ain't my problem. I got good AC up here, man. I'm good. Shoot, I ain't no Hebrew. I'm Egyptian. I'm good. I ain't, get all that.
Hebrew.
What is that?
Hebrew.
Nah.
I'm Egyptian.
I'm an Egyptian. Oh, yeah.
Hebrew.
That's how y'all sound.
Come on.
I'm not black. I'm American. I'm American.
I'm African American.
I'm American. What you talking about? That's how. But guess what? Moses was none of that. He threw away what could have been a very comfortable life for him to go wander in the wilderness with his brother and his sister to go save a bunch of people he's never known, just for him to lose his brother. He lost his brother, yo. Like, I don't think y'all understand that. Like, he lost his blood brother who was with him through everything.
Right.
That's crazy. So you think about that, you know, and this is for brothers too. Right? I really want you to understand. For any young brothers, young men, troopers who may one day become priests, you got to understand, like, you even if you don't think you're sacrificing a lot, you are sacrificing a lot. And this is for, respectfully, the sisters as well. Not saying that you don't sacrifice, because you do. Give your man a little bit of grace. You know, he gonna have to go to camp sometimes. Camp might be in Vegas, might be Arizona, might be, you know, if you want to eat, it might be in Florida, might be in New York. You might have to drive a few hours. You know, might be coming home a little late tonight because it was a food drive. You know, you might have gotten ordered to go to another country. Like, this is real. Things like this happen. Right. And guess what? Your husband has decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. Mind you, he ain't getting paid to do this. He might have to call out of work. He might lose a little bit of money. He still did it. Right. While still taking care of his household. Give that man some grace. Give it, because he's sacrificing a lot. It's a lot, kid. That's all I got. Go ahead.
When you were saying about the older pictures, about there was color photos back when like Martin Luther King and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They said first notable color photograph was taken on May 17, 1861.
1861.
And by that time, they had colored video cameras that was introduced in 1967, the portable ones. So they had colored cameras, broadcast cameras, and also colored film.
So we first, okay, so let me get it straight. So you said 1861? Yes. That's when we were able to have colored cameras.
Taking pictures, yes.
In 1861.
Yes, by a Scottish physicist named James Clerk Maxwell and photographer Thomas Sutton.
Wow. The water.
May 17th, 1861.
What?
The slavery ended in, what was it, 1865. So they have.
I don't know if y'all are hearing him right now. 1861. We're in 2026. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Trying to see how long ago from today. We're in 2026. How long ago is
165 years.
so you mean to tell me the water for that information, by the way. I never knew that. So for almost 200 years, damn near, there have been colored pictures. You see what I mean? But they'll show you pictures of, the Civil Rights Act, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the Black Panthers, all that stuff. They'll show those pictures to you, right? In your history books, in your public education, in black and white. But again, it's psychological. They want you to believe that these things happened a very long time ago. And if you believe that it happened a long time ago, you will not think that it is relevant today. That's why a lot of black people get gaslighted. Y'all run around thinking like, oh, I'm good now. I'm a good black. I'm good. Yeah, I don't have a criminal record.
401k.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the good ones.
Yeah, I'm one of the good ones. And then then you're so shocked. I seen one where it was a brother. I don't think he was retiring or he was leaving his job. And then his coworkers, all white, of course. You want to know the gift they got him? It was cotton.
Oh, yeah. A bouquet of cotton.
A bouquet of cotton to him. Mind you, he thought these were his friends. They were so nice. Y'all gotta look. I'm gonna say it to the day I die. Y'all gotta wake up. It's an illusion to keep you defenseless. They don't want black people angry at the real problem. They want you angry at each other. They would rather, blacks and Hispanics fight amongst each other because while you so busy arguing about dumb stuff like colorism, they robbing you, taking you of all your money, taking the men up out of the neighborhood so that these single mothers can raise these kids by themselves. They're having sons who didn't have a proper father figure their whole entire life. They acting a damn fool. And then what's happened? Oh, here's another thing. I don't know if y'all knew this. The prison system is, again, racism, all that good stuff. You probably already knew. It was actually put out. You can go look it up yourself. That I guess there's a very large percentage of men who are in prison who are older. They're like, I think it's like 55 plus. And they've already stated like, okay, like these men are gonna, they're gonna die off at some point. We need to repopulate the prisons. So we're gonna go. They need young men to go into prison because guess what? That's free labor. You're working for 5 cents an hour, working on freaking construction sites, building highways, doing all types of infrastructure. Because guess what? They don't want to pay you money. You know what they call it? They call it sweat equity. I'm not making this up. You can go look it up yourself. That's what they want. You don't think there's a system. Don't let these white people gaslight y'all.
Right.
It's like that's all I got. We can continue. Did you already finish in the English? You already finished in the English?
No.
Okay, so we'll continue the Hebrew. 19. Yeah, 25, 19, 25.
Come. The book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 19 in the Hebrew. Waya sa'i wa maratama wa wakana wa baramana paratiza. Verse 20. Waya sa'i wa maramana paratiza mawaka. Waya kana wa balabanaha. Verse 21. The book of verse 21. Waya sa'i wa malabana. Waya kana wa barasha. It's like barasaha. 22, Waya Saiwa, Barsa, Wakanwa, Bakwalaha, Bakwalaha. Verse 23, Waya Saiwa, Makwatha, Wakanwa, Bahar, Shapar, Shapara. Verse 24, Waya Saiwa, Bahar, Shapar, Wakanwa, Bakaradaha. Verse 25, last verse. Waya Sa'iwa, Marakad. It's like a Makarada, Waya Kanawa, Ba Makola.
All right, so we'll continue. Start at verse 19, go to verse 25 in the English.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 19. And they departed from Rithmah and pitched at Ramoth Perez. Verse 20, and they departed from Ramoth Perez and pitched in Libnah, and they removed from Libnah and pitched at Rishah. And they journeyed from Rishah and pitched in Kelahath. And they went from Kehalatha and pitched in Mount Safar. And they removed from Mount Safar and encamped in Harada. Verse 25. And they removed from Harada and pitched in Makaloth. Verse 26, I don't want. Verse 25.
25. All right, Messiah in Christ. You got anything about? All right, we'll continue. So in the Hebrew, so you finished at verse 25, so 26. 4, 5, 6, 7, 26 to 32.
Book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 26 in the Hebrew. Waya Sa'iwa, Momokola, Waya Kanawa, Batha Kaf, Bakatha, Batha Kaf. Verse 27, Waya Sa'iwa, Batha Kaf, Waya Kanawa, Batha Rock. Verse 28, Waya Sa'iwa, Batha Rock, Kanawa, Batha, Bamathakwa, Bamathakwa. Verse 29, Waya Sa'iwa, Mamathakwa, Waya Kanawa, Bakamash. Verse 30, it's like verse 30, Waya Sa'iwa, Makamashna, Waya Kanawa, Bama, it's like Ba, Masarawath. Waya Sa'iwa, Mama Sarawath, Waya Kanawa, Baban, it's like a Babanya, it's like a Babanya, Ya Ikwan, like you said 32, right?
32.
Verse 32, last verse, Waya Sa'iwa, Mabanya, Waya Ikwana, Waya Kanawa, Bakar, it's like a Bakar, Haggadah, it's like a Haggadah, Haggadah.
All right. So you start at verse 26 to 32 in the English.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 26. And they removed from Makahalath and encamped in Tahav. And they departed from Tahav and pitched at Tower. And they removed from Tower and pitched in Mithkah. Verse 29. And they went from Mithkah and pitched in Hashemona. Verse 30. And they departed from Hashemona and encamped in Mosreph. And they departed from Mosreph and pitched in Beni Jaakan. And they removed from Beni Jaakan and encamped in Hor Haggadah. And they went from Hor Rigadad and pitched in Joshbana.
You can stop right there. You got anything about?
No.
All right, so 33, so 33, 2, 3, 6, 7, 33 to 39.
Go. The book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 33 in the Hebrew. Waya Sa'iwa, Makar, Haggadah, verse, it's like Waya Kanawa, Baya Tabatha, verse 34, Waya Sa'iwa, Maya Tabatha, Waya Kanawa, Ba'ai Barana, verse 34. Verse 34, oh, sorry, verse 35. Waya Sa'iwa, Ma'ai Barana, Waya Kanawa, Ba'ai Taza Ya, Wana Gabar. Verse 36, Waya Sa'iwa, Ma'ai Taza Ya Nawa, Gadar, Ba, it's like Waya Kanawa, Bamadabar, Tazana, Hawa'a, Quadash, verse like to 39.
39, Baba. Sure.
Verse 37, Waya Sa'iwa, Makudash, Wakanwa, Ba'ar, Ha'ar, Bakwataza, Arataza, Adawam. Verse 38, Waya Ila, Al Run, Hun, Al Har, Ha'ar, Al Panya, Yahweh, Waya Mathash, Shema, Bashana, Wa'araba, Ayam, La Atazata, Banya Yashala, Ma'arataza, Matazarayan, Bakadash, Hakamashya, Bakal, Kadash. Verse 39 is verse, Waya Run, Ban Shalasha, Aisharayam, Wa'amash, Sana, Ba'matawa, Ba'ahar, Hahar, Hahara.
All right, most time press. So you'll read 33 to 39 in the English.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33, verse 33. And they went from Gidgad, and pitched in Jotbatha. And they removed from Jotbatha and encamped in Ebrona. Verse 35. And they departed from Ebrona and encamped at Azarona Gabar. Verse 36. And they removed from Azarona Gabar, Azrayon Gabar, and pitched in the wilderness of Zin, which is Kadesh. And they removed from Kadesh and pitched in the Mount Hor, in the edge of the land of Edom. And Aaron the priest went into Mount Hor at the commandment of the Lord and died there in the 40th year after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt in the first day on the 5th month of the 5th month. Verse 39. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died in Mount Hor.
All right, so that's it on that. Before we read the last 7 verses, it'll be 40 to 46 for the last ones. Again, Priest Officer Abad, he brought it up earlier. That voyage was supposed to be that voyage was supposed to be short, but it took like 40. Oh, you could. Oh, sorry, Christ. All right, but it was supposed to be a short voyage to get out there, man. But it took way longer than what it was supposed to. Like, we're just reading like some of like the the routes that we had to take. It was a lot. I want y'all to understand something. Like, it wasn't like, okay, we just left Egypt. Like, okay, we just left. We made it to the next town or next country over, and like we're good now. Like, no, like we were really like in the thick of it. It was a long journey that we had to endure. Again, why I have so much sympathy for Moses and Aaron for what they had to go through. Because again, these brothers were anointed to go rescue their people. Mind you, they don't know them. Moses came from a very comfortable living environment. He left all that behind to go save his people, just to not really sacrifice, but he lost things amongst the way, right? His sister passed at some point, and then he lost his brother off of something that he did. Like, that would eat away at me personally. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I'd be mentally okay after that, but he still endured.
He had no choice.
Yeah, like he still did what he had to do. And then the very people that you're helping, these people, some of them, conspired against you because they didn't like the idea that you had power. Like, imagine you've been wrong. Imagine you at war, and then you've been captured. Let's say you've been a captive for 10 years, and then somebody that looks like you, he calling you like, yeah, you're my brother, and like, he rescues you and your family and everybody else. And then one day you just like, man, I don't like how nice his garment is. Why I gotta answer to him? I don't like his shoes. You know what? I think I should call the shots. No, you shouldn't. Shut up.
Right.
You should fall right in line where you at. Okay, look, ain't nobody hating on you, but like, every brother is appointed at a certain position for a reason. Some brothers are very good at certain things. Not every brother should be in a position to be leading a certain demographic of people. You might just have to follow orders for a while. Okay, just saying. Maybe for your own benefit, humble yourself a little bit. Think about what Moses had to go through. Think about what Aaron had to go through. They wanted y'all to shut up.
Right.
At one point, I'm pretty sure they had thoughts like, man, we could just really got to do this. They was fighting them demons.
Right.
Moses was presented with the opportunity to say, hey, F all y'all, I'm about to get some Mosesites. So I'm gonna start a new tribe, a new people. Guess what? Still said no. You know, he over here trying to plead with the Lord, like, let's not bring our people out, just smite them. Like, oh, they a little ignorant, but you know, we'll get there. Man, he's talking about some. You don't like Moses and Aaron?
You don't love the Lord.
No, facts. You don't love Lord. And you know what else? You ain't have no faith. That's what it all boils down to. You didn't have faith to begin with. When they say, like, you know, hard times really shows like a man's character, and it's very true.
Right.
You know, you can wear this facade all you want. Trust me, we've seen it. There's plenty of brothers and sisters who are coming to the school saying a whole lot of, yeah, I believe in the Most High. Yeah, oh, I'm a submissive woman. Yeah, you know, I want to help out my brothers. And look, you see who's here and you see who ain't.
Right.
You know, those who've been in the school long enough, you know. All right, there have been plenty who have came and went because their true colors they're going to show. They're going to show every single time. It might take a little bit of time for some people, but time reveals a lot about somebody. I want you to understand that. And I just can't fathom, like, man, these people really saved you and you turned against them for what? What? It ain't just because, like you said, like you hated Moses and Aaron. You did. That's for sure. But you also had no faith to begin with. You were wishy-washy. You were lukewarm. And you didn't love the Most High. That's really what it boiled down to. You hate your brother, you hate the Most High. You willing to kill your brother, you hate the Most High. You want to go around and sleep with a bunch of sisters and then leave them to be single women and single mothers at that, you hate the Most High. You sleep with a white woman, you hate the Most High. You sleep with an Asian woman, you hate the Most High. You harm your community, you hate the Most High. You hate God. That's really what it comes down to. You can sit here and do whatever you want. You hate the Most High. That's what it boils down to. You have no love for the Lord. That's fine. That's fine. We love the Lord. We're going to make sure that our election is sure. Like you brought out earlier, the truth is we really don't know who's going to get beamed up. I hope we all do, but we really don't know. So how about, hey, let's just work as much as we can to get to that point. So at least we got a shot. I want a shot. I want my family to get beamed up. I want Ibai to get beamed up. I want all the brothers in here to get beamed up. All the sisters in the school to get beamed up. We got to work towards that, though, because the truth is we don't know. We don't know. So make your election sure. I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do, though. I'm not going to harm my brothers.
Right.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to harm the sisters. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go out here and say, you know, I'm just going to celebrate Halloween, knowing that it is a satanic holiday. Nah, I'm going to go do that. Meanwhile, I don't know if y'all noticed, they over here putting fentanyl on kids' candy and stuff. Like, that's real.
If I could.
No, go ahead.
You're a grown ass man dressing up for Halloween. You're 30. Take the Scooby-Doo costume off of you. You're 30 years old.
No, for real.
The girls is not looking at you. They're looking at you like you just grown goofy. Bro, come on. Leave that to the kids. Matter of fact, nobody should be doing it, but
yeah.
Don't do it. Leave it to the kids, bro. You grown dressing up like a skeleton. Come on, bro.
For what?
You grown dressing up like Popeye instead of man. Come on, dude. Grow up.
For what?
Grow up.
Nah, you too wild. Nah, for real though. Like, come on, man. Like, we got it. Look, we got to get it together. That's all I'm saying. We got to get it together. The what I can say as far before we read the last sentence is, if you can take away anything from this class, is understand that you have to work towards that goal. We can't be comfortable. You know, like I seen something. It was like a show on Netflix, and it was a brother. He, you know, was in prison for whatever he did. I don't know. But I remember he said something that kind of like piqued my interest. He said he took his mattress off of his bed, which I was like, why would you do that? And he put it was like cardboard underneath. And everybody was asking him, like, why are you doing that? Like, you don't want to be comfortable? He said, nah, I don't want to be comfortable. I want to leave this place. I don't want to get comfortable here. So I'm gonna make myself uncomfortable so it will urge me to get out of here, to do better with my life. Now, personally, I'm leaving the mattress on there. But, you know, I get where he was going with this, though. He's like, I don't want to be comfortable where I'm at. I get it. You should not be comfortable where you're at. This is not heaven on earth for us. I don't know that everybody love LA and stuff. Go to LA. LA dirty as hell. It's like it's dirty as hell. You go to Times Square when they don't clean it up. Go over there on a hot summer day. Dirty as hell. A lot of these places that they love to glorify, dirty as hell. You think that's heaven? This is the white man's heaven. This is his heaven. All this debauchery and all this other stuff that be going on, Epstein files and all that. Yeah, all that stuff. This is his heaven. He is free to do all types of devilish things and not take any accountability for it. He is exactly where he wants to be. His heaven is our hell, though. And I don't know about you, but I don't like the idea of somebody possibly touching my children, because that's what they do out there. Or some weirdo trying to give my kid drugs when I'm not looking. Or you teaching fake history in them public education centers. Because y'all be teaching, it's fake. Y'all ever had them history books where it'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like Egypt or something. It's a whole white man right there. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was like famous where I was at. Like it was literally like, it was like the, what's it called? They knocked the nose off it. Sphinx. Yeah, the Sphinx. It's a whole white man's face right there. I'm just like, what is this? Like
It's a nigga dressed up in Halloween.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell?
The little thing, the little site that they had standing like this.
Yeah. No, like literally.
Yeah, children's history book. Like, come on.
Literally. Or like we brought up earlier, the pictures. And it's like they'll teach you, yeah, you know, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, you know, they're black activists. And they over here, you reading it like it's like this must have happened like 200 years ago. Mind you, like your grandmama was probably there. And you're like, damn, you probably learned more from her, honestly, from what they gonna teach you up in there. No, like for real. Like actually, I think my grandmother was low key. I think I asked her about this. But my point is, like, that's what you gotta wake up, man. You gotta wake up. If you don't wake up, nothing's gonna get better. Matter of fact, things are gonna get worse. It's gonna get way worse. I don't know if you see what's going on. When they say make America great again, they trying to bring it back to the old days where they were free to just commit all types of atrocities towards us, not behind closed doors anymore, but for the world to see. They looking at you like, what you gonna do? Ain't gonna do nothing. That's why they hide it. They still want to do it to you, but they hide it because they're afraid of the repercussions. They starting to get a little more bold now. They like, man, I'm tired of hiding my racism. I'm a proud American. I should be free to kill black people. That, you know what? That's my constitution. That's what they believe in. It sounds freaking stupid. Like that dude, was it Chud the Builder? The dude on I don't know if y'all know who that is. He's like some white dude. I forgot his real name. My point is he was out there rage baiting black people. And I guess one of them finally got tired of his mess and he tried to shoot somebody. But it turns out he was already like, he had like other warrants already. And now it's like $1.2 million for his bond. And now they're over there trying to raise money on, of course, GoFundMe to bail him out. My point being is they're trying to argue, well, it was freedom of speech, you know, like you out here calling black people niggas and trying to antagonize them. And once somebody got tired of your mess, you tried to shoot them. But it was freedom of speech. Shut up. That's what they want, though. So, you know, just keep that in mind. You got anything up? We'll finish up last set verses, 40 to 46 in the Hebrew.
The book of Numbers, chapter 40, like verse chapter 33, verse 40 in the Hebrew. Oh, Waya Shama I, Wakana Aina. It's like Wakana Aina Ya, Lak Arada, Wa Yashabab, Baba Rasasa. Kana Ain, it's like a Kana Ain, Baba, but Ya Yasha Allah. Yasha Allah, verse 41. Waya Sa'iwa, Ma'ahar, Hahar, Waya Kana Wa, Batazalama Mana. Waya Sa'iwa, Matazala Mana. Waya Kana Wa, Ba Pana, it's like Ba Pa, Wana Na. Verse 43. Waya Sa'iwa, Mapa Wana Na. Wa Ba'abata. Verse 44, Waya Sa'iwa, Maba'a, it's like Ma'aba, Waya Kana Wa, Ba'aya, it's like Ba'aya Ya, Ba'aya, Ba'arayam, Baga Wa, Mawa'ab, verse 45, Yawasaiwa, Ma'aya Yama, Waya Kanawa, Bada Yabana God, verse 46, Waya Saiwa, verse 46, last verse, Maya Saiwa, Mada Yabana Gada, Waya Kanawa, Ba'ilama 1, Ba'ilama Na, Daba Latha Ya Maha. That's it.
All right, Most High in Christ. All right, so last 7 verses, 40 to 46 in the English. That'll be it.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 40. And King Arad, the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south in the land of Canaan, heard of the coming of the children of Israel. And they departed from Mount Hor and pitched in Zalmunna. And they departed from Zalmunna and pitched in Pahan. And they departed from Pahan and pitched in Obal. And they departed from Obal and pitched in Abraham in the border of Moab. And they departed from Ayam and pitched in Debon Gad. Verse 46. And they removed from Debon Gad and encamped in Alamon the Balatham.
That's it. Most High in Christ. All right, so with that being said, before we got anything? All right, so that being said, that'll be the end of Sabbath service. We'll close it up with the prayers in a second. Again, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Got to continue pushing this truth out. Like, I hope you, for anybody who watches class, you understand how imperative it is that we wake up our people. We have to. If we don't, no one else will. You know, and things are going to get even worse. All right. If you pay attention to the news, they're trying to take away the rights that, you know, your ancestors, your grandmothers, your grandfathers fought for. You know, we saying, you know, we are not our ancestors. Well, since you're right, we're worse. You know, we're standing by, letting, you know, these people get away with this stuff. You shouldn't, right? But the only way that you could fight against this, of course, not just having, of course, like faith in the Most High. You need to have faith in the Most High. All right, you need to believe in the Most High. I'll say this real quick before we end the class. I know that there are going to be many people out there who are going to be skeptical and they're going to question us and make fun of us. Like, y'all really believe there's some, you know, man in the sky? Yes, I do believe that. You want to know why? Because the same people who rob you of your money, who touch your kids, that push pornography onto your children, who are over sexualizing children. Mind you, what is it? Human sex trafficking is a multi-billion-dollar business. I don't know if y'all know that. Same people who are making housing damn near unaffordable for the average working citizen. Mind you, I think it's the universal median for minimum wage in America is $7.25. Show me anywhere in this country where you can make $7.25 an hour and have suitable living conditions.
Right.
You can't. It's already been statistically proven that no one in this country can survive off of minimum wage. If you work one job and have minimum wage, you can't make it. All right? There are people who make 6 figures and still live paycheck to paycheck. That's crazy, right? These same people who orchestrate this stuff, the Epstein files, who are bombing kids and still enforcing slavery in all these different countries and robbing them of their resources, these people believe in Baal. They believe in Satan. And you see what they're doing. So if you don't think God is real, I'm sorry, brother, but you are extremely asleep, because they believe that Satan is real. And look what they're doing. That's their belief. That's why you keep hearing about all this weird stuff. So at this point, God got to be real. Because if Satan can produce that, God has to be real.
Right.
He has to be. You can't tell me he's not. Because look what's going on the other side. So you better get with it while you can, because it's getting real. It's getting real spooky. It's getting real crazy out here. It's only going to get worse before it gets better. So, Laki, that's all I got. Anything about before we close? Go ahead.
Grow up. It's time for you to grow up and realize that, yes, there is a man in the sky that controls the entire world. Yes, It's true. There's a Negro with a nappy afro going to come back and save the slaves and unalive the white man. Yes, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's so childish for you to think that this is a fairy tale because what kids believe in fairy tales. It's time for you to start living in reality. Mm-hmm. It's time for you to start understanding that everything in this Bible is real. Everything that has been prophesied to for the things to come to pass will pass, whether you like it or not. We're going to continue to push this truth, whether you like it or not. I don't give a damn. Still go out on Saturday and speak at camp. I'm gonna still be here every Saturday and speak and do Sabbath service. I'm gonna be at every class I can possibly can, do everything to make sure my people wake up. Why? Because I have faith and Christ will come back and free the slaves one day. So,
Damn right. Damn right. All right, with that being said, I'm Mijim, just me and the brothers up here. Sorry, face me. Sorry.
Yasser Allah.
Sorry, face me. Sorry. Sorry, face me. All right, men of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. Yah Ba'Shem Yah Shai Barak Yah. Sorry, face I bought.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
Scroll.
Step back in.
How about Shimmy Al Shabbat? Yeah.
Okay. All right, step to the side real quick.
I grab this?
Yeah, actually, yeah, you grab it. Come over here.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
Sorry, face me. Sorry, face I bought. I don't know you ready.
I might give up on Yahweh Dom. Which is right, stand facing east. We're going over the prayers in Hebrew and English. Beginning with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Anawa, Shemayim, Badash, Ayah, Shaka, Yahweh, Malakavka, Zaka, Ayah, Ayah, Shemayim, Delanawa, Come. It's like call, Yawam, Salat now, Wat now, Salat now, what's the lock now, what's now, Yana, it's like one, side one, shine now, my young, right, Kaya, the cup, Malakwa, I'm now in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yeah, how? Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Amen. The power in the Hebrew Yahweh.
Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Delanawa, Now in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
This is blessed Israel in Hebrew Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushua. Barak Hashem Yahushua. Amen. Now, what we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Psalm 121 in Hebrew.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall not slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
This Psalm 3 in Hebrew.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O God, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy enemies. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation by the name of Israel. Maybe no more remember. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and Hagarim, the Baal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. The sword also drawn with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as to the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook Song, which perished at the door. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zaid. Yea, all the princes, as Zabah, and as Amun, who said, let us take the house of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wood, as a stubble before the wind, as fire burnt the wood, and as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them, slightly, with thy tempest, and make them afraid, with thy storm, and fill their faces with shame, and they may seek thy name. O Lord, let them be confounded, in trouble, forever. Yea, all, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High, for all the
These are the blessings in the Hebrew.
the water of money. Now in the English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohanan. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troops. And the sisters. Yahweh. The name Yahweh. Thank you. So be it. All right. These are the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evil and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us. Thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evil and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen. And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evil and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channel, and the radio channel, convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let your house shine. Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers to punish all the heathens that come up against us and to speak thy word. Cause to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. Always. So be it. Sorry, face me. Before we end the class, Does anybody want to be anointed? Twab. All right. With that being said, we'll close the class. I'm going to give one courtesy salute to the teachers. So, men of Israel, Abijam, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak, Yajmata, class dismissed.